Hello everybody, welcome back to Key Creations. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel, and if you are new, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you will return. So guys, I know it's been a long time since you've seen me, and by the way, for those of you that don't know, my name is Keisha. So one of the reasons that you guys haven't seen me is because I had shoulder surgery on my left shoulder, and that was back in May. I was in a sling for 6 weeks, and so now I've been out of the sling for about 3 weeks now, and thankfully I'm right-handed, so I've been able to use my right hand. It's my dominant hand, so that has worked in my favor. But I still have a long way to go with my shoulder. I'm doing therapy, physical therapy, and just trying to get it back to working like it's supposed to. So also, I am so behind in answering comments. I've read a lot of the comments and I haven't responded yet, but some of the comments were asking me about my granddaughter and how she's doing and all that. I shared with you guys in September that my first grandbaby was born, and it was my daughter's first baby, but sadly February the 1st she passed away. My granddaughter passed away, and she was just 4 months old. So that's kind of where I've been to. I've just been dealing with that, and back in the last video that I did, that cross wreath, it was actually a tribute to her, but I just couldn't bring myself to talk about it at the time. But so I just wanted to share that with you guys, because a lot of you were asking about my granddaughter, how she was doing, and all of that. So I just wanted to make sure that I shared that with you guys. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that my son passed away in December 2021. So it's been really rough around here. But I know that we're not the only family that has been going through tragedy and death and all of that. So just so you guys know that you're not alone in the things that you're going through, because we've been going through a lot with our family or whatever. All I can do is just keep trusting and believing in God. We're here, everyone is doing well right now, and I just thank God for that. My grandbaby, you guys, she was just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful baby. Beautiful baby. And she was sassy, she was demanding, and her personality, like, she was only 4 months and her personality was so big. She was full of personality, made everybody happy, everybody smile, and we miss her dearly. We miss her, we really do. And she also did a lot for my family. Like I said, we experienced a lot of deaths in our family. It wasn't just my son and my granddaughter, but it was also my grandmother, my husband's grandmother, my father-in-law, all within like a 2-year period of time. Those are significant losses. So when my grandbaby was born, oh my gosh, she just brought so much joy to everyone. But even in her death, we still find that joy, because like she made us so happy. So just continue to pray for us, guys. So now, like, I want to get into this fall crafting, because I'm excited about fall is my favorite season. So I'm gonna see what I can do, because I haven't made a wreath or anything, and since I made the last one, I think that's been over 3 months ago, well over 3 months ago. So we're just gonna see how it goes. And if you guys want to see how I make this next wreath. Just continue to watch, okay? So let me show you the supplies that you're going to need for this wreath. So for this wreath, I am going to use this sign that I got from Dollar Tree. So this sign was new to my store. You know, I haven't, this is my first time seeing this particular sign in Dollar Tree. So it says, "Welcome to our pumpkins patch." So I thought that was cute. So we're going to use that. You'll also need a 14-inch wreath frame. You're going to need some mesh, and I have this jute mesh, I have orange, and I have white, and they're all 10 inches wide. So I have 4 different kinds of ribbon. This one here is from Dollar Tree, and it's 2.5 inches wide. And these 3 here are from Hobby Lobby, and they're all 1.5 inches wide. So we're going to make a simple bow. Now I will say I might not be able to make the bow on video, you know, on camera, because it's probably going to take me a really long time to make it. But I do have a bow tutorial, and I'll put the link to that video in the description box, so you guys can see how I make it. You'll also need some pipe cleaners. You will need your your rotary cutter or scissors, and you'll also need hot glue gun and glue sticks. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut our mesh. So the method we're going to use for this particular wreath is called the folded ruffle method. And I was looking back on some of my videos to see, you know, what would be kind of an easy wreath to do, just to kind of get me back into the swing of things. And this particular wreath method I haven't used in a very long time. Like I think I made the first one I made was like 4 years ago, and I think I made one like a year after that. So it's been a while since I've actually done this method, but it's really easy, and it makes a really really pretty wreath. So the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how I cut my mesh. So what you'll do is you'll take your mesh, and like I always say, if you don't have like a rotary cutter and a mat, you can always use your scissors and a ruler. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to just, you know, roll your mesh out like that. And we're going to cut our mesh. All of our pieces are going to be cut at 10 inches. So, you know, you'll take your rotary cutter, your scissors, and you'll cut at 10 inches. Like so. Sorry about my squeaky table. I don't care how much I spray it, it's still, it's always squeaking. I need to get a new one. So we'll come here and we'll make that 10-inch cut right here. Alright. Okay guys, so that's how we're going to cut all our mesh. All our mesh is cut at 10 inches. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our our wreath frame and also a pipe cleaner. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to cut my pipe cleaners in half, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to work around the 2 center bars here on our wreath frame all the way around. So we're going to, these 2 middle bars here, that's where we're going to place our pipe cleaners, okay? So we'll take a pipe cleaner and we'll place the pipe cleaner around those 2 bars, and we'll just tighten it up like that. Okay, so let's take our jute mesh here, and we're gonna take a piece. And so like I said, we're doing the ruffle method. So we'll take our fingers here in the center and we'll just scrunch it up the middle. Okay, and it'll look like this. Okay, so we'll come here to the pipe cleaner and we'll place our mesh down in the pipe cleaner. Okay, and then we'll tighten up the pipe cleaner. Okay, and so at this point, like, you can take your pipe cleaner and you can trim it up a little bit more. Okay, but don't cut it down too much, you know. So because what you can do now is just roll it down. And so once you start getting all the mesh on there, you're not gonna see the pipe cleaner. So what you're gonna do at this point is you're gonna take this piece here and you're gonna just flip it or fold it over that piece there. Okay, and you're gonna do it just like that. And so let's put another pipe cleaner on there. So we'll go around the center bars there and we'll put that pipe cleaner on. So now we'll take an orange piece of mesh and we're gonna do a ruffle. So we'll take our fingers here in the middle and we just scrunch up the middle. Okay, and so you don't have to use 3 different colors like I'm using. You can use all one color or 2 colors, however many colors you want to use. So we'll place the mesh in the pipe cleaner like so. Like I said before, you can take your scissors and kind of trim it down, but don't trim it so far down that it come apart, you know. And then roll down your pipe cleaner. And what you want to do at this point is kind of scoop that ruffle down and right up next to the previous ruffle. And then we're going to take this in here and fold it over like so. Now sometimes some pieces will kind of act like they won't really fold, but the more you put on there, then the more it's gonna, you know, stay down or whatever. If you take the ends and kind of turn them under like that, sometimes that'll help them stay in place. Okay, so we'll take another pipe cleaner and cut the pipe cleaner in half, and we'll place the pipe cleaner around those center or middle 2 bars right here. Okay, then we'll tighten it up. Okay guys, so I'm going to take a white piece this time and we're going to do the same thing. Pretty easy. And I know it looks a little not much right now, but once you get all the mesh on there, it's going to look really pretty. So we have that, and we'll come here, we'll put that pipe cleaner, tighten it up around the mesh. Okay, and I'm gonna trim it a little bit and just roll it down, slide the ruffle over. Okay, and then take this in and fold it over like that. Okay, alright guys, so what I'm gonna do is, I think what I'm gonna do is put like 8 of these ruffles in a section. Okay, so on this wreath frame there are 6 sections. So from this crossbar here to this crossbar, that's a section, and it's 6 sections around the wreath frame. So I'm gonna put 8 ruffles in each section. If I put more in the section, I'll let you know. But how about, like, let me get this first section done and I'll show you how it look when I complete that first section. This is how it's looking so far. So I ended up putting 9 ruffles in the section, so it could be an even number of pieces for the different colors in there. So it's 9 pieces 9 ruffles in the section. So I'm going to go ahead and complete that. And when I come back, you'll see all the mesh on here. So I have gotten all the mesh on the wreath frame. And so remember, we put 9 ruffles in each. We put 9 ruffles in each section, and there are a total of 6 sections on this wreath frame. Okay, so one thing I want to say too is this, doing this method, the mesh is going to fray a lot. So what I do is I trim it as I go, and then once I'm done, I trim it real good again. But if fraying really bothers you, like, this method probably wouldn't be a good one to do, because because you're manipulating the mesh so much, it's gonna fray a little bit, so, well, a lot. But anyway, this is how it looks. So I showed you guys a sign in the beginning that I wanted to put on the wreath, but I changed my mind because I didn't like the way that it looked with the way the mesh looks. So I changed the sign that I'm going to use. I like this shape better. It's cute, and I've had this sign for probably a couple years now. So yeah, we're gonna use this one. So what I went ahead and did was I put the pipe cleaners on the back so that we can attach it to the wreath frame. And I took my hot glue gun and I just put hot glue over the pipe cleaner. Just kind of held it in place for a little while so the glue would set. And so I got 2 of them on there, and you know, you want to make sure that the glue is fully dry before you place it on the wreath, frame. Okay, and so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my wreath, and I'm going to place the sign, of course, in the middle. Okay, and I'm going to attach it. We got this one at the top and this one at the bottom. Pipe cleaner, see this pipe cleaner from the sign, and I'm just gonna take it through this first bar here and just connect it that way. It is much easier than trying to go through all of that mesh. And so I'm gonna do the same thing for down here, this part. That's all I'm gonna do. And you could take and cut off your trim your little pipe cleaners off. Also, you see, all this this frame back here, it looks a little messy. Like I said, you can go through and trim it up, but also you can cover the back. You can cut you a piece of felt, trace the little circle and cut you a piece of felt to put back there. Or I have used felt before, and I've also used like those woven placemats you get from Dollar Tree. I've also used those. So you can do that, but I just wanted to show you guys how I was gonna attach this sign. And of course, make sure that it's where you want it. And then when you turn it around, just make sure you kind of pull out your mesh, so you can see, you can see how pretty the mesh is. Okay, so like I told you guys, I was gonna make a bow, so I did do that off camera, but like I said, I will put the link to my bow tutorial in the description box. So I have this bow here, and I think that, like, I kind of want it to go up here, maybe up here to the side, like out of the way. So maybe I'll place it up there. And so putting this bow on, I am going to have to kind of go through the mesh and attach it that way. Okay, so I am going to do that, guys, and then the wreath will be completed. I'm gonna hang it up on my door so you guys can get a better look at it. Okay guys, so here's the wreath all completed. I have it hanging here on my door. Okay guys, I think it turned out pretty good. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you would please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys and have a blessed day.